All right, guys, this unit, we're going to be doing a lot of graphing. And we're going to start off with kind of the most basic way we can possibly graph. And that's by making a table of ordered pairs from our equation. So what we have, let's look at example 1. It says we need to complete each table. For each table, we're given some values for x. Those are our inputs. Those are things we're going to put in for x. After we put a value in for x, we're going to get an output or a value out for y. So we're going to put values in for x. We're going to put values in for x and get values out for y. So what we're going to do, and you can just use your calculator to do this. Our first value for x is -1. So in for x, we're going to put -1. So we have y equals -1 plus 6. So on your papers, we're on example 1. We're on example 1. We're on example 1. And we're putting -1 in for x. Now, if you're very confident, if you are very confident that you know -1 plus 6 is how much? What do you think, Sam? 5. Then go ahead and put the 5 in for the y. If you want to, take your calculator and type in -1 plus 6. Don't be afraid to use your calculator to double check. Now, what we've created by putting that -1 for x and getting a 5 out for the y, we've just created an ordered pair. You guys showed me in the last unit, you all know how to graph ordered pairs. If you even need to show yourself, if you need to put those parentheses and a comma, you sure can. Remember, ordered pairs are x comma y. So let's go ahead and graph that first ordered pair. -1 on the x. 5 on the y. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Our next input for x, according to our table, is a 0. So we're going to have y equals 0 plus 6. So again, my equation isn't changing except for we're putting a number in for x. Again, if you need to grab your calculator and double check 0 plus 6, that's fine. We get a 6. We've got another ordered pair. You guys, like I said last year, you guys all showed me graphing ordered pairs. You guys knew that coming in. Use your calculator if you need any help with the computation. We're putting values in for x. We're getting values out for y. Creates an ordered pair for us, x comma y. All right, so we go 0 on the x and 6 on the y. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Our next input for x, according to our table, is 2. So y equals 2 plus 6. And we do get an 8 for our output. If you need to, guys, it's totally fine if you need to make it look like an ordered pair like I am up here, if that helps you. All right, let's see if 2, 8 fits. So we go 2 on the x, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on the y. And then our last one, we have an input of 4. So we have 4 plus 6. Remember, nothing else changes but what you're putting in for the x. And I get a 10. Now, sometimes, though, if we're trying to graph based off a table, sometimes the inputs we put in for x create too big of an output to fit on our graph, and that's okay. With our very first example, I want to make sure I'm very clear on this. You need at least 2 points to graph a line. You need at least 2 points to graph a line. So if all of our points, if all 4 points from our table don't fit, that's okay. As long as at least 2 of them fit, you have a line. So go ahead and connect your points to make a line. These should all make a nice straight line for us. So if you have your values and you're plotting them and they're all over the place, something's not right somewhere. Now, I want to do one more with you, then I want to give you guys a chance to try a few. I want to look at number 2 together. Because of this little negative sign that's out front. That doesn't go away. My first input for x is -5. So we have y equals, here's the negative sign that's part of the equation. There's the negative sign that's part of the equation. Now in for x, I need to put -5. So here's the negative sign that's part of the equation. That has to stay. Then I'm putting in a -5 for the x. So you have to watch out for that extra little negative sign that pops up here and there. So what happens when we have a -5? Double negative, what happens? Positive. Yeah. Double negative makes it a positive. We've got that nice ordered pair again. We've got that nice ordered pair. So we go -5 on the x. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We go 5 on the y. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, what's going to happen? Can we maybe make a little prediction here before we do all the work for these? What do you think is going to happen to our -2? If we put -2 in, what's the output going to be? +2. That little negative sign just means we're going to make everything its opposite. We can, and I'm going to still go ahead and show it, we're going to have a -2. -2, +2. What do you think happens with 0? Does 0 have any sign to it? Can I put a -0? No, doesn't matter. Yeah, 0 is neutral. Very good. So we just get 0, 0. It's already there. Yeah, can't do anything with that. Now, when we put a positive number in, though, it just becomes negative. So we have to be careful. That negative sign is there every time, regardless of what we're putting in for x. So we have 3, -3. And then I'm going to do my best to connect up here. You guys can even use the edge of a sheet of paper, your calculator cover if you want. Kind of make your line a little straighter. And actually, guys, I want to do one more with you. Then I want to give you guys some time to try just a few of these on your own. Let's take a look. Let's take a look together at number 4. I know for some of you that bothers you that I just skipped 3. I'm going to save 3 for you. 4 is a little tougher. Let's take a look at number 4. I'm going to put everything else the same. 2 times -2 minus 4. Y equals, remember, when the 2 is right next to the x, means we're going to multiply. We talked about that a lot when we were solving our equations last trimester. 2, and then notice when I put the -2 in for x, I just put parentheses around it. Don't try to do an x symbol for times. You're going to end up getting confused between that times symbol and x. So 2, and then instead of x, -2, and then minus 4. This is a really good opportunity for you to put this right into your calculator. So we put that right in our calculator, parentheses, negative signs, everything, and we got -8. -2 on the x, -8 on the y. Now we go ahead and we put 3 in. Again, you can put it right in your calculator. You've got a 2, parentheses, 3 minus 4. 2, and then we put the 3 in parentheses and we do -4. Type it right in on your calculator right as you see it. Now, if you feel very confident with your computation skills, 2 times 3 is 6, -4 is 2. That's fine. You don't have to use a calculator. I'm just saying you can put it right in as you see it. 3, 1, 2, 3, 2. Oops, I don't know why that little point's there. Sorry, guys. There we go. Next input for x is a 5. 2 times 5 minus 4. 2 times 5 is 10. Minus 4 gives me 6. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Last input for this one is a 6, so 2 times 6 minus 4. Again, you can put that in your calculator right as you see it. 2, parentheses, 6, parentheses, minus. Make sure you have the minus, the subtraction, and not the negative sign there. 2 times 6 is 12. 12 minus 4 is 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8. And again, you guys can use the edge of your calculator, the edge of a sheet of paper, to make that a nice straight line. You have the advantage over me, definitely. All right, we've done 3 of these together. What I want you to try before we can have a break, I want you to do number 5, and I want you to see what you think on number 7. So 2 problems, all I ask, and then we can take a break. So number 5 and number 7, let's see what you come up with. Number 5 is just like we did in number 4. Number 7, I want to see if we remember what that fraction bar means. Let's take a couple minutes and then we'll talk about those too. All right, so go ahead and check your numbers 5 and 7. You can go ahead and pause the video if you need more time to check. All right, guys, the last thing we're going to do today, I know we just took our break, but it took us a little longer to get to break today. Here's what I want us to do. This is the last thing we're going to do today. I want us to take a look at question number 8. Last thing we're going to do today, if we finish up a little early, we finish up a little early. I'm okay with that. If we look at question number 8, let's make sure our phones are put away, coming back off break. Let's take a look at question 8. Question 8 a little bit different than question 7, because in question 7, we just had x divided by 2. X was right in that fraction piece. So some of us on our calculators use the ABC fraction key. Some of us on the calculators use the division key in 7. Either way's okay. Some of us just did the computation in our head too, which is great as well. But now in number 8, we have an actual fraction. So just a little refresher for you. I'm just going to go ahead and write this first one. We've got negative 1/4 times -8, and we have a plus 2. The easiest way to do this, unless you feel really comfortable with doing computation with fractions in your head, which some of you probably are, is to use that ABC key on your calculator, enter in your negative 1/4. Now, the negative sign looks like it's just right in front of the fraction. So you want to put the negative first. So in your calculator, you're going to put the negative, then the 1, then do ABC, and then do your 4. And in just a second, guys, I'll bring it up on mine. But if you're ready to rock, go ahead and do that. I'm going to bring this up on my calculator. All right, so we put that in our calculator. We got 4.
So we have to do 4? Yeah.
You just need to do number 8 is all I need you to do, is finish off number 8. If you need help using your calculator, let myself or Mr. Andrews know. We'll be around.
No, John, you know you can't say no. You know this.
Idiot. Looks like I was wrong about that.
You're hearing things, man.
Oh, God. Just to make him get over
All right, I have number 8 up whenever you are ready to check.